What's up, you guys? It's Sir Scrub here, bringing you some more Scrub Tier Yu-Gi-Oh! And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at my World Chalice deck profile for the October 2019 format. But before we get into today's video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And if you do want to see more creative deck profiles from me, please be sure to check out my Patreon, PayPal, and TCG Player Store, all linked in the description. But with all that junk out of the way, let's go ahead and jump both feet into today's video. Starting off with our main deck, I'm going to run through these really fast because our World Chalice ratios have not changed since the last format. We're going to start off with 3 copies of Lee the World Chalice Fairy. Lee is your Stratos. It's the monster that's going to allow you to tutor for the rest of your engine. We're playing 3 copies of World Chalice Guardragon. It's a dragon monster. It's level 1, so it allows us access to the Guardragon engine to help us generate advantage. Beyond that, it's also an extender. It summons a monster back, vanilla back from our graveyard, and it's also a hand trap protecting all of your linked monsters from targeting. Next, we have the best extender in the deck, our 3 copies of World Legacy World Chalice. This thing lets you summon 2 monsters from the deck. I don't think I need to explain why this card is good. And then the one vanilla that we're playing is our 3 copies of Chosen by the World Chalice. Like I said, this is the same ratio from last format. The reason we're playing Chosen and none of the other ones is simply because he's a level 3 Psychic. He's an E-Tele target, plus he's a level 3 monster, so really easy access to Ib the World Chalice Just Disher, giving us extra plays. Moving into the rest of our monsters, we're still playing the Venus engine, so that's 3 copies of the Agent of Creation Venus, and of course 3 copies of Mystical Shineball. This engine just creates way too much advantage. It's just insane. So many bodies on board, so much wombo comboing, plus it gives you access to vanillas, which you kind of need in the World Chalice strategy, so it's insane. Plus, you can transmodify Lee up into Venus, so that's something else to be aware of. Now, as we all know, Guardragon Agarpain got banned in the last Forbidden and Limited list, and so as such, World Chalice has had to modify its strategy. So we're no longer as concerned about going into the Dragon Monster simply because it doesn't generate the amount of negates that it used to. Or, excuse me, the amount of interruptions that it used to. So instead we're playing some more real interruptions in the forms of hand traps. So I'm electing to play 3 copies of Effect Veiler, 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, and 2 copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. These are just really great ways to interrupt our opponent. They're fine if you draw them when you go first, simply because you can use them. You can still use them to disrupt your opponent. So you can have whatever you can build with your normal hand plus these guys. So yeah, we're playing a pretty substantial amount, 7 hand traps in total. So be aware of that. But they are great ways of disrupting our opponent. And then, of course, we're still playing the 1 copy of Darkness Metal Dragon. We do like to go into the Guardragon engine every now and again, so it has its uses. Another carryover from the last format is I'm still playing the Kaiju engine. Gamma Seal just can negate so many cards, it's insane. It's a really, really powerful monster. It gives our boards Kaiju immunity. It does so much for this deck. It's crazy. Moving into the rest of the spell cards, start off with 3 copies of Transmodify. Now, like I said, we have the Lee Transmod combo. It's the same thing as Venus Chalice, so might as well play it. It just lets you, it's technically a neg 1, but it sets up your whole combo. So 2 copies of Called by the Grave. We don't like hand traps, so we no longer have the easy access to Crystal Wing, back when Agarpain was legal. So yeah, we play Called by the Grave to protect us from hand traps. The rest of the deck is all one-ofs, starting with E-Tele. It's E-Tele, it's a free body on board, gets you instant access to your extenders. Then we have the Revival package, the 1 copy of World Legacy Guardragon, the 1 copy of Succession, and the 1 copy of Monster Reborn, just allowing us to get our resources back, really just keep going, extend our plays, play through hand traps, things like that. Then we have the 1 copy of, the 1 copy of Upstart Goblin. It's Upstart Goblin. It does what it does. It just lets you dig deeper. And then the 1 copy of World Legacy Sorrow. This is searchable with the Ib Synchro. You don't really need it to be able to make plays and to be able to get multiple interruptions on board. It's just a nice little card to have. You could play multiples if you really wanted to. I don't think it's necessary. Moving into the extra deck, starting off with the Link Monsters, the 1 copy of Saryuja Skull Dread. I don't believe the extra deck has changed a whole lot. A couple of things are new. Some things have been moved around. So we'll talk about the new cards when we get there. The 1 copy of Arum. Necessary for your World Chalice combos. It's a nice little link too. It allows you to chain block. Same thing with our 2 copies of Mduck. Mduck also gives you access to the extra normal summon. And it can out cards. It can out a surprising amount of cards if your opponent's not careful with their zones. So be aware of that. For the utility monsters, we have the 1 copy of Unicorn, the 1 copy of Phoenix, and the 1 copy of Cerberus. These cards really just help you go second. They help you to break boards and maintain momentum. Plus, they make it really easy to have co-linked monsters in order to make your World Legacy Sorrow live. I'm also playing the 1 copy of Lamphornicus just because we are playing non-World Chalice monsters, so sometimes you do need to go into it. We still are playing quite a heavy dragon package with the 1 copy of Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres, 1 copy of Flash Charge Dragon, 1 copy of Elpie, and 1 copy of Pisty. The whole Guardragon package is really more now to just help you generate advantage and kind of turbo into Saryuja. It is really not necessary for building interruptions, except really to go into Flash Charge Dragon, which is not that great of an interruption, but it can be a co-link monster to make your to make your World Legacy Sorrow live. As well, our last Link monster is the 1 copy of Link Karibo. So what has really changed about this lineup between last format and this format? Well, it's really the addition of the Nightmare monsters. So as you guys know, the Agarpain and the Crystal Wing were banned, but we also cut Instant Fusion, which freed up the room to play the entire package. So now we can play a lot more full and a lot more flexible Link lineup. The last 2 monsters in our extra deck are really simple. They're the 1 copy of Borlode Savage Dragon and the 1 copy of Ib the World Chalice Justiciar, just like we were playing last format. Ib herself is an amazing card, just allowing you to disrupt your opponent, generating so much advantage. She really just gets you there. She lets you search your counter trap. She lets you search your extender. She does things, and the things that she does is great. She's also a level 5 tuner, allowing us easy access to Borlode Savage Dragon, which is just another form of interruption. So, yeah. Overall, the deck is still really powerful. The deck still does what it does best. It's still pretty combo heavy. We just have the addition now of more hand traps and a little bit more comprehensive Link lineup. So, but yeah, that's all I've got for this one, you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you do want to see more creative deck profiles from me, please be sure to check out my Patreon, PayPal, and TCG Player store, all linked in the description. But, most importantly, don't forget, be a scrub. Peace.